That is ew. Hey boss babes, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be talking about how to go viral on threads consistently and the new thread bonus update. The most important key factor you want to know is know your audience. You really want to know what your followers want to see. And at first, I didn't really understand like what my audience wanted to see until I started posting. Sometimes you have to, play around with it. If they like seeing you in pictures, or if they like seeing like you, or if they like seeing you, maybe posting quotes or something like that. Some people be posting like scriptures. So whatever works for you and your audience, you have to continue to post that, because now they're going to look forward to seeing you posting those things that will cause them to engage more, like it and then share, things like that. I got my book right here as well to keep me on track. Now we're going to discuss what the actual word viral means. What viral basically means is a large number of people are actually sharing your post. So on threads, you have the option to actually share the actual threads to your story, and then you have the option to repost it. So your main goal is, if you want to go viral, is to basically, have as many people sharing and repost your post as much as you can. And that's basically, being relatable. And of course, I'm going to go get into that, later on. But that's what basically viral means. Now let's get into the fun part. Now we're going to talk about how to go viral consistently. One thing I don't want you to do is overthink this. Threads is very easy to grow and go viral on. But I have noticed these certain posts that consistently got me traction and got me going viral. So whatever post that gets you the most traction, you just need to keep posting that same content. Sometimes you can even, switch it up a little bit, but that's all that, going viral is. You're just posting what got you traction the first time, and you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. I would definitely implement some keywords or hashtags. I do not use a lot of keywords or hashtags on my post a lot of times, but I do still use it. So if you're going to use a hashtag, you want to make sure that it's going to be relevant to what you're speaking about. So let's just say I'm making a post and I'm saying like, where's all my girls that stay in Atlanta? And then I would use hashtag Atlanta threads or ATL, because I'm specifically targeting those people. So whatever, that hashtag is the algorithm is going to pick that up and push it to those people that stay, in Atlanta, or that be underneath the hashtag. Or you could, use a keyword Atlanta, because a lot of times, Atlanta is very, a known keyword. So that's what I use. And if you don't know which necessarily hashtags like to use, kind of playing around with it, because I don't think Threads has like an option where you could see like how many people use this hashtag. But like I said, definitely playing around with it. And then the keywords, a lot of times it's just something that you're talking about, like Atlanta, or a lot of people I'll see do like digital marketing. So if you say digital marketing, cool. If you want to use hashtag digital marketing, whichever works for you. I know for me, keywords work more better for me than hashtags. But if hashtags works better for you, then keep using those hashtags. If keywords work better for you, then keep using those type of keywords. A lot of people think there's like a certain type of strategy or certain type of way to go viral, which it is. But a lot of times you can just be yourself. A lot of people try to copy other creators. A lot of people try to just copy what someone else is doing, and then they try to mix it in with their, own, and it's not really being themselves. It's like you have to be yourself, okay? Be you. Stop trying to be like everybody else, because what everybody else is doing, that's what they're doing. So you can't really copy what that person's doing, because that is their personality. That's not your personality. People will relate to you more when you're being yourself. And so I had to realize that. I was like, you know what, Brie, you need to be yourself. You have to be your true, authentic, genuine, kind, sweet self, because people are going to relate to that so much. They're just going to follow you just because. And a lot of people be very just real on there. They be saying what's on their mind, and then people just like, you know what, I was thinking that same thing. Let me follow you because I related you so much. And then they're going to go down, look at your profile, and things like that. So that's how you can also build a connection. So definitely, please, please, please be yourself and stop trying to be like everybody else. This is everybody's downfall, is consistency. A lot of people be like, oh, I'm not consistent enough, but that is your fault, not mine. You have to hold yourself accountable. If you want to be able to accomplish, the goals that you have, especially with threads and trying to get monetized on there, you have to be consistent. Threads, they don't personally just choose people, to invite. It's a system thing. So they have to see that you're consistent as well with the posting. And if you need help, we're trying to be consistent. In my Rich Off Threads, I actually have like a planner to help you be consistent. So if you can only post on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Saturday and Sunday, then you have to post on those days and you have to be consistent with it. I don't care if something's happening in your life, you still have to hold yourself accountable. Like, nah, I still gotta post, even if it's just like one or two posts that you can only do on Monday. Then okay, cool. Then on Tuesday, you need to make sure that you double back. So if you have to post for like, no, actually, darn it. Okay. One thing that Threads wants to see is you posting consistently. A lot of people come up with excuses and, oh, I don't know how to be consistent, or I'm not consistent. Okay, that is your fault. You need to be way more organized and you need to figure out what days you can post and how many posts that you can do a day. In my Rich Off Threads, I actually have like a weekly planner that you can actually put in there like yourself if you want to print it out, whatever the case may be, and then write out, okay, so these days I can, post, and then these time frames, because I also put in there, times to post. And a lot of times you can just play around what times, work better for you, because just because I have these certain times that work for me don't necessarily mean it may work for you. But you have to hold yourself accountable. And then with Threads, they don't really personally send the invite. It's a system. So they need to see that you're posting consistently. So once you get the bonus, you still got to post consistently in order to even get paid. Now let's tap into controversial posts. I guess if you want to call it like clickbait. One thing I have noticed about social media is putting people in their emotions. So like they call it like a clickbait, especially on, Threads. So I had made this post about asking, why do black men prefer like white women? And I genuinely just want to know. But that post got so much traction. It got like 100 something comments because people were saying like, oh, this is just a clickbait or engagement, da 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 da. And then somebody was arguing with this person and arguing with the next person. I was like, wow. So y'all are just helping my, thread go even more because y'all are comments underneath it. But some people do post things, to get people, like a clickbait or whatever the case may be. But a lot of times I don't necessarily do that. I just know what to post to really get people's like attention. So, doing controversial posts, just don't be so harsh, and for it, Threads to, somebody report or something like that. I wouldn't go to, that far. Now we're going to get into the thread bonus update. So one of the requirements that many people do not know, that you have to be able to be monetized on Instagram as well. Even though Instagram and Threads are the same thing, Threads is just like it's like a separate app from Instagram, but it still ties it under the same thing. So I'm going to show you guys a picture of what, your Instagram monetization status should look like. You want to make sure that you do not get flagged or anything like that. You want to make sure that you meet all the community guidelines, because in part of the thread bonus, you have to be able to meet all those things. And so, like I said, you have to be able to be monetized on Instagram as well in order to be monetized on Thread. I can't remember if I, said this or not in my last video, but you do have to have 1,000 followers on Instagram. It has to be 1,000, nothing below that. On Threads, they did not stipulate on how many followers you have to have on Threads. So many people are like, oh, you have to have 10K followers. No, you do not. You need 1,000 followers on Instagram and however many followers on Threads. They did not stipulate. So if you have 500 followers on Threads and you have 2,000 followers on Instagram, but you're able to monetize, then you're good. Now let's get into engagement rate. Your engagement rate has to be at a 2% or higher within the last 60 days with 30 posts or more. So in my Rich Off Threads guide, I literally break down on how the engagement rate works, where you can find it, how you can find it, how you can, break down your engagement rate. And also you can calculate your engagement rate off of every single post that you make. So let's say it's been 60 days. You want to be able to go through all of your posts to make sure that it's 2% or higher. If it is below 2%, you need to get up to at least 2%. Also, with the engagement rate, it does tie into the how many comments you have and then the total amount of followers. So let's say you make a post, you want to be able to have at least a good enough comments underneath it. You can have a post all day long, but if only got like 6 comments and 12 likes, that's nothing. You want to aim for higher. You want to aim to at least about 80 to 100 comments, and then at least with 100 likes. The more followers that you have, the bigger your engagement has to be. So let's just say that you have 1,000 followers. You want to make sure that you get enough comments underneath it. You want to aim for like 50 to 100. So you have to make sure that whatever you're posting is getting good engagement as well. Don't, focus on the views so much. You want to focus on the views and the engagement and the like, because that all counts to it. Now, once you get invited to the thread bonus, it's really just the views. You can still have the engagement. I'll still have the engagement there, but they're just more concerned of the views per se. So what I also noticed about this thread bonus program is Meta. Meta is basically the head honcho of it. Then it's Instagram, then it's Facebook, and then I can't remember if there's anything else, but I know it's Instagram and Facebook. So when I actually get paid from Threads, it actually says from Facebook. It doesn't say from like Instagram or Threads. It says Facebook, which is pretty interesting because then it's like, you have to be able to be monetized on Facebook as well, because it's saying that Facebook sent me the money. Like I said, not from Threads or Instagram. So definitely check your Facebook monetization status. You don't have to be monetized. You just have to be able to be monetized. Okay, boss babes, that concludes my video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any question or if you still feel kind of lost or confused, feel free to place them in the comments below. I will have my Rich Off Threads guide placed in my description. So once you do buy the guide, you will gain access to our community, and then I will help build your threads and also help you become an influencer, content creator, or entrepreneur. I do put in there weekly content ideas. I have private how-to videos, and you'll be able to network with other people. And also, Rich Out Threads does have an affiliate as well. Once you are in the community, the affiliate link is down below in the community, but I also place the affiliate as well in my description, so that way you can earn money while you're promoting Rich Out Threads. But until next time, see ya.